Assalamualaikum and hi. I'm Sharifah Aishad. This is Umar. I'm from UNC Malaysia, Kelantan. We present on temporal assemblage and distribution of Epimeroptera in Latar Janggut Jeli, Kelantan. So what is Epimeroptera? Epimeroptera is known as day flies and or mayflies due to their adult uh, lifespan, which is only days. So that's why they call day flies, and some of them also emerge during May, so they call as mayfly. Here the adult of Epimeroptera, and here the larvae of Epimeroptera. And this Epimeroptera is a sensitive benthic microinvertebrate that have short life adult without mouth, and also mostly found in shallow, cool and clean freshwater streams. And there are 13 family usually found in Malaysia, which is family Potamentidae, Telogonodidae, Neopimeridae, Betidae, Prosopistostomatidae, Leptopilidae, Epimeridae, Taginidae, Epimeridae, Canidae, and so on. And each family has, or I mentioned before, has different feeding and moving behavior, and it suits them. The behavior is depends on their morphological, physical, and they will their physical will help them to burrow, and some of them have a flattened swimming, and some of them creeping. This Epimeroptera larvae is easy to differentiate from other order because of their thread-like tails, called as caudal filament. At the end of their bottom. Here you can see here. These larvae also have gills at the abdomen. And Latar Janggut is one of the tourism spot for headwater in Jeli, Kelantan, which located at Sungai Long, Batu Melintang. So aquatic insect composition in this river is not widely explored. So this presentation will discuss about the temporal assemblage and distribution of Epimeroptera at Latar Janggut Jeli. For the sampling area here, the Latar Janggut stream, and there are 3 stations. First station, station 1 is at recreational activity area, and then the station 2 and 3 is at the nearest village. Here the map. This is station 1, station 2, and station 3. For the field sampling, we sample this we sample this Epimeroptera from March till August 2018, which 2 replicate per station per month by using the server net with size of 0.09 meters square, and we interrupt and disturb the bottom part of the river and trap it into the net. Is one of the Epimeroptera we found, which is, I think this is Canidae. Here, Epimeroptera among others benthic microvertebrate. So from this sample, we will spot Epimeroptera from the other benthic microvertebrate and identify it using the compound or dissecting microscope. And here for the family. For the result, we collect about 1,260 individuals of Epimeroptera collected from 5 families, which is Epimeridae, Betidae, Heptaginidae, Epimeridae, Leptopilidae. And from the 5 family, we find 9 genus, which is the Costella, means Trinistella, Platybetis, Necrobetis species, Thaliospirus species, Cinnamina species, Acionera species, Potamentera species, and Isca species. For the distribution and composition, most abundant ephemera found at station 2 and station 3, but station 2 is the most diverse with 9 genus, while station 1 have 8 genus, and station 3 we found 7 genus. Here, the most abundant is Necrobetis species, followed by Srinitella species and Costella species, Platybetis species, and Thaliospirus species. The most heptageneity is Thaliospirus, Cinnamina, and Acionera species Heptagenidae family. And however, the Cinnamina species and Potamentera species, Cinnamina species only found at station 2, while Potamentera species not found at station 3. So for the temporal, we found that that it should be 2018 has lowest abundant Epimeroptera at all stations, which is the end of the dry season. So you can see. So the most abundant composition, as mentioned before, is Necrobetis. You see, the yellow one is Necrobetis, and the most it also show the most noticeable different pattern of Necrobetis, which is station 1 we hired at March, for station 2 they hired at June, while station 3 hired at August and March. So in overall, there are 3 peak composition found, which is March, June, and August. March, June, and August. March, June, and August. But different in station 2, which is have a linear pattern, except for Necrobetis here. But most station 2 has more composition of Epimeroptera and diverse. However, the pattern of for the Costella, Sinitella, Platybetis, and Necrobetis at station 3, which is higher compared to station 2 and 1 during March, and the same pattern which it decrease towards May and increase back towards August. So here we can see the station 2 has more fluctuation pattern composition. This is because of this Necrobetis here increase during June. But here we can see also the Isca species, which is a Leptopilidae, only found during August. It's not found at other month and higher. So station 1, station 2, and station 3. So the pattern show the changes in peak abundance is around 1 to 3 month interval, and this is believed that the Epimeroptera is easy to merge into adult during end of dry season and start to increase once enter the wet season, while rainfall occurs frequently. So this because the temporal variation aquatic insect abundance in a lot of the area influenced by regional climate seasonality, and then slope and substratum stability, as this can influence the temperature, water discharge, river characteristic, and substrate composition. This is indirectly can influence the composition and distribution of immature Epimeroptera, as it can change the microhabitat formation in the river. So, in conclusion, Epimeroptera was starting to colonize the area after rainfall perturbation period March and start to decrease as the season getting dry. That can lead them to be emergent as adult in May, and they also starting to increase in abundance on August, which is after 3 months of dry season end. Therefore, the further research can be carried out to ensure the effect of weather condition on Epimeroptera habitat and what their contribution to the ecosystem at Lata Janggut. Besides that, the monthly abundance of Epimeroptera show the several genera have different monthly pattern appearance with different months of abundant peak, especially for Costella, Sinitella, and Necropathy species. This show the abundance of Epimeroptera in Lata Janggut overall change around 1 to 3 months in period. So the acknowledgement, we'd like to thank you for the team of this study, and thank you to Faculty of the Science for various administrative and laboratory support. That's all from me. Thank you.